Today's show is brought to you in partnership with Clearmotive Marketing. I co-founded this high-impact creative agency over 15 years ago. We deliver marketing that matters to our clients through our three-pillar approach. Number one, research that delivers actionable insights. Two, creative that attracts and engages new customers. And three, which is the backbone of our client success, the people, process, and technology that ensure efficient, consistent, high-quality results. We have great ideas and incredible creative, which is expected from a national agency. What makes us different is that we also simplify workflow, use technology to speed up projects, and recommend activities that achieve higher returns. There is a mountain of work that happens behind the scenes to produce what our clients take for granted, and that's exactly how we want it. Because great creative combined with well-organized operations is why we have such long-standing relationships. For example, Honda Canada has renewed their contract with us annually for the last 12 years. Our clients are market leaders, so they're incredibly competitive. Efficiency, performance, and consistent results are the only way to get to the top and to stay there. If you're not getting the consistent results you need, I can help. Reach out to me on LinkedIn or check out clearmotive.ca. Hello and a warm Collisions YYC. Welcome to my guest this morning, Mr. Temi Okesanya. How are you doing, my friend?
Very good, Tyler. How's it going for you? Hope you're keeping warm.
Oh man, I am keeping warm. It is winter in Calgary. This will hopefully be airing closer to spring, so that'll be forgotten. We won't even be talking. I always talk about the weather. I can't help it. I think it's part of my Canadian DNA. Let's dive right in. Thanks for coming on. I don't even know how we got. I think I might just reach out to you on LinkedIn. Calgary conspires, 1 degree of separation, but you and I got connected. I think actually somebody in the ecosystem brought your name up to me and said, "Hey, you know who you need to talk to? They're doing really cool things over there. You are the co-founder at Roadator." So let's not waste any time. Let's let the audience in. What is Roadator? What do you do? What problem do you solve in the world? And kind of what gets you out of bed in the morning?
So Roadator is a digital platform committed to providing fast roadside assistance and auto services for our members. And we don't stop right there. We also provide exclusive member discounted savings at over 200,000 plus locations in North America for our members. So basically, we provide savings through the discounts and we provide safety through the roadside assistance program. So we call ourselves like Roadator is where savings meet safety.
Well, I think you've been in this elevator before, Temi, but that's cool. I like that was very succinct. So I'm gonna kind of go at it right away. What if I have AAA? What if I have the Alberta Roadside, or what if I have CAA, or like again, just being the devil's advocate a little bit? Isn't there? And I understand you guys did it different, but isn't there solutions out there already kind of solving that roadside assistance problem?
Very good question, Tyler. So the difference is where we stand out, which is the time of our service or the time of our delivery. We have fast wait times. Like our wait times are really short.
Okay.
And we're able to do this just because of two things. First, we implement technology. We use GPS technology to match our customers to the nearest available service providers. And the second thing we do actually is our business model, the way we operate. We leverage independent service providers. And there are lots of them in the city. We leverage independent service providers, and we try to connect these independent service providers to customers, which is one way we're different from every other, all the companies you just mentioned. So with the amount of service providers, it's more like an aggregation model where we get a lot of people on the same platform trying to solve a problem. And with that, we've been able to reduce our customers' wait times by over 80%. Because, you can check it right now. Like, the wait times in some of those companies are over 72 hours. Meaning if you need the 27...
they were talking about that on the radio yesterday of like, good luck if you need to get a boost, right? Because this is not happening. Yeah.
Exactly. And like, we've had just even in this same time period, we've had customers that have gotten help in like 30 minutes. Like...
Yeah, oh, wow.
Like
72
minutes,
hours to 30. Okay. Got it. Well, because I would say that a lot of those other providers, and I won't say good or bad things, but I've learned that if it's cold out and I need help, don't bother calling because it's kind of not going to happen, right? If it's a beautiful day and I happen to, my battery goes dead in the middle of summer and it's not busy and not a whole other, like 2,000 other people have a dead battery that day, I'll get really good service. But otherwise, kind of forget about it, right?
I know. And that's the thing I keep telling the customers. Imagine you're paying for a service every year because it's a recurring subscription. And the only one time you need the service, they can't do it. And this is what Calgarians and this is what Canadians are facing right now. Because the only one time you need the service in a year, they're telling you to wait 72 hours. And
That's
still,
actually pretty.
and,
Uh, as an entrepreneur, can you get a bigger spotlight on a problem that needs solving? You know what I mean? From that, like, fall in love with the problem. Well, there it is, and you don't even have to explain it to people; they immediately can empathize with the problem in 72 hours.
Yeah.
So when you started building that, obviously, True Platform, the two-sided ecosystem that you've got the potential customers, you've got the service providers. You made the comment there is so many service providers, whether it's a local garage or a local service shop or a local whatever the case may be. As you started to put this together, talk to me a little bit about building both, because you need both sides for the party to work, right? Both groups have to show up for this to work.
I know.
So how was that journey at the early days? Who was easier? Who was harder? And how did you guys navigate that?
Okay, so I think I need to go back and give you the story about what happened. So I had a minor accident once, and this was the idea. This is the day we bet for later. I had a minor accident once on the airport, and I needed to tow my vehicle. And the wait times from the same companies, 48 hours, 72 hours. I'm like, it's cold, it's winter, it's freezing, and I need help. So while waiting in the car, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just go on Google and let me find service providers. And to my surprise, there are a lot of those independent guys available.
Yeah.
Sometimes they might not even have the advertisement to get or the SEO budget to get on the first page, but they're there. They're there, and they're ready to work. They just need a platform where someone can literally amplify their voices to meet customers. So while waiting in the car, and I found this, I was waiting in the car for hours thinking, I was like, yeah, we just need a digital platform that connects people like me needing roadside assistance services to these independent service providers that are all around available, like they're vetted, they're good, the quality of the service is good, but they don't have that reach to customers.
Right. Because
so
that's a world that...
Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So we got the idea then, and we started talking. As usual, you learn when you have an idea, you don't just go build. You have to talk to your customers or talk to. And the more you talk to these independent service providers, the more you realize something they need. They need the reach. They need the customers. And if you can guarantee them that, they can join your platform. And with all double-sided marketplace, you always go for your service providers first and not the customers. Because if you get customers and no one to fulfill their duties, it's wherever they want. You
get to fail at that one time, right? And then it's you forever failed at that.
Shot.
Yes,
exactly. You have just one shot.
And so did you literally go out and pound the pavement, for lack of a better description, and meet these individuals? And obviously, like you said, they're already ranked on Google. They're already there. But how do you bridge that gap? So for you, was that literally going out and meeting those individuals, talking to them, getting them to kind of trust? And for them, I'm thinking there was a pretty low risk to quote unquote sign up with you. Is that a good way to think about it?
Yes. And you're solving a major problem for them. They need the customers, they need the jobs. And most times they get out competed on the SEO website, SEO rankings by all the bigger companies.
Yeah. Which makes sense, and that's always the old joke. Like they might be the best at service, but they're not the best at getting found on Google, right?
Exactly.
So talk to me a little bit about, you as a founder. I've talked to tech founders who have a tech background. I've talked to founders that were all about customer experience and customer engagement. I've had founders that were I saw a problem and I was pissed off enough that I wanted to solve it. There's many more categories than those three, to be clear. But where did you fit into that mix of just that journey from sitting in your car in the cold with your phone? I'm going to paint the story that the battery was dying. You're frustrated. You've got to solve this problem. Where did you fit into the mix to even feel that you were the right person to solve it? If that's a fair way to ask that question.
That's a good one. So I think of all the categories you mentioned, I think I fit into the third one best. Like someone that just found a problem I was really pissed off about. I was like, in the 21st century, there has to be a platform to connect people needing roadside assistance. The real answer is my educational background and my professional background. So educational, I'm a petroleum engineer, oil and gas. So I have my master's in petroleum engineering from the University of Alberta in Edmonton. So before I was even done with school, I already had 2 job offers. So I had to move from Edmonton to Calgary to start working. Nice. So working in oil and gas, product engineering, product management, sales, marketing, technical writing. So during that period where I had the accident, during that period, like just probably like a few months before, I was put in charge of a product management, a project that involved product management, where I was interfacing between customers and translating their requirements to the tech or the product team. So I was at that interface and I really loved it. I was like, okay, I know what the customers want, and now I have to tell the tech and the development team what they actually mean, because it's a different language. And I really enjoyed it, like working as a product manager in tech. And I wouldn't say it's luck, but that same period when I was enjoying this tech thing, I had the accident on the airfoot. So I was like, wow, things just lined up properly. I know for sure if I love it. Yeah. If I didn't have that project then, or if I wasn't a product manager then, I probably wouldn't have thought about the idea, because I'd be like, okay, how would I solve this? But everything just happened at the right time and aligned properly for me, but like with my career, like, and what I was doing professionally with the problem I faced personally.
I love it. But even the transition from petroleum engineer to product engineer, but what you really said there that I loved was you lived at that intersection between the customer and the engineers, and were able to, because those are two groups that speak often very, very different languages.
Very different.
And you were able to almost translate and bridge the gap in between of like, this is the pain and the problem. This is the feature and the feature set and the roadmap that we need to go on as a product development team to then solve what is ultimately the customer's perception of the problem, which they aren't able to communicate. Aside from this is a pain for me, please fix it. I don't care how you fix it, just fix it.
Just fix it.
And that makes a lot of sense to me. And I love how just clearly you explained the part of the product management journey and what's required to like obsess over the customer, but still be able to speak the language of the engineering team. Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, very, very, very cool. So, okay, you're in the car. Okay, this has become a journey of we're going to go back to the car. So you're in the car, you identified. Yeah, no, we're going to anchor. We're going to anchor. You're cold. You're tired. You're hungry. You're on the side of the road. But this is a great, can't you tell I'm a marketer? I love to weave a big narrative around the whole thing. But more importantly, you started reaching out to the service providers and you said, okay, there's a way, there's a need, there's an ability to service. Did you get a lot of, well, shit, how are you going to compete with CAA or AAA? Or like, I'm assuming that a lot of people pointed out that roadblock to you very quickly and very early on.
I know. Like, even now, we still get that. I'm like, oh, they are big. They have like 60% of the market share. And I'm like, yes, that's actually a weakness. I won't say weakness, because I keep telling the team, we're smaller. We can adapt. We have the speed on our side. And our customers, there's this personal connection between us and our customers. We talk to them every time. Big companies can't do that. So now, in response to like the comparison, we have our advantages based on our side and being a startup. And that's what I tell other tech founders as well. You have your advantages. You're small. You have a direct connection with your customers. And there's an actual pain point there you've tested. You've seen it. You've experienced it. You go outside. I mean, right now is a perfect example. You go outside and you see these are people that would need my product. Like, if there's an existing solution, we wouldn't have our phone lines. We wouldn't have like subscribers and people joining Roadada as much as they had joining Roadada. In fact, for the first week, what I did, I created like a fake landing page, created a fake towing company just to see like what would people actually, are people going to be interested in this? And I tested that, and the response was positive. Just the first week after the accident, I was like, okay, let me just test this. Fake landing pages, and people were calling. I'm like, oh, okay. It means like this is an actual problem.
Interesting. So yeah, I love that you did that. I love that you experienced the pain. You saw an opportunity to go out and kind of test the waters, and you spun up a landing page and you just saw what the interest was. I think I love what you said. Like, it's easy to look at the big competitor and go, oh, they're so big. But big has its disadvantages, which are very clear. We'll just call that disadvantage 72-hour wait times. We'll just call it that, and everything that falls into that. So I might argue that having a large incumbent that has already trained the market of what should be available and how poorly it's being executed, that gives you a lot more opportunity than if there wasn't even the solution in the first place. Like, it actually is a positive for you, not a negative.
It's positive. And yes, and I tell my team that as well. It is so positive. We know what's working and what's not working. We know what the customers think and what they want, and we can just use all of that to our favor.
Amazing. So now the big journey of customers. So you went out and you connected and you built the one side of your play with getting the service providers, and like you said, they're already vetted, they're out there, they've got reviews. Like there's a world that already kind of sets that up well. Talk to me about the customer side and how quickly or soon in the journey. I'm assuming this was very much roadside assistance first, and then you started to bring in the other value adds of that broader part of your story, even being on your website of like, well, it's savings and safety. So just talk to me about the journey of like how that started and how it evolved.
Yes. So with every product or any business you build, the most important thing for you is your customers and their pain points and what they want. So we had the mini idea, the first idea, which we were able to build into an MVP. And we started, initially it was more or less like a B2C business where we had to find customers. So we used like our social media ads, we go on Google just to like drive traffic. And initially our MVP was simple. There was no app, there was nothing. I put my number out there for anyone to call for a service provider. Yeah. So people call me, I pick up the phone, take on their order, pick up location, drop off location, what do you need, and everything. And guess what? I have like 3 service providers I've already spoken to. And I call the service providers, put in the job offer under like what I hear from the customers. Then the customers, the service providers, they charge me and I charge the customer. So basically I was like literally the roadside platform, but doing it manually. Because
you became the agent. I love it. Like, because we try to create technology to do things at a scale that we can't do as individuals, but that same level of service that you can create as an individual, the customized, the personalized, is what we all want on those platforms, right? Ultimately, Like we don't want to lose it. We just have to be able to scale it. I love that story. I love that you were the first version of you were 1.0.
I was 1.0, and I had deep understanding about the customers, what they wanted, what the service providers wanted, and we're able to communicate this directly to a product team on what we wanted to build. So most times, if you're the version 1.0 of your product, you know everything. You know what the customers ask, like the questions, you know what the service providers need, and you can put all of that into a product requirement. So most times, just try to do everything manually first, like do things that don't scale. So you understand the problem, you understand all the issues that can pop up, things that don't scale. Then from there, you try to input your tech to make it more scalable.
Oh, that's such good advice. Let's geek out a little bit on the product management side. As you're having these, like, how did you capture that information? What format did you use? Like, we're getting into a little bit the secret sauce, or not secret sauce, but the nuts and bolts, the recipe. You're on the phone, you have a conversation with a customer, you link them up with a service provider, you do the exchange, it was successful, you learned some insights. What did you do with those insights? Like, how did you capture that in an effective product management format?
So back then, it was so crude for me because like I was writing everything down. Like I got my notes app on your iPhone and like my MacBook. As basic, as simple as that. It was just a lot of writing down things you've learned, what features we solved this, just lots of notes there. And with that, I wasn't a professional product manager. I just got thrown into a project, but I could understand the basic level of things that needed to be done, and I was able to integrate that into what I was doing personally with Rodator, with all the notes writing, and how I could translate this into features and just build conceptually in my mind what both sides of the marketplace wanted. Okay,
and at that point, like, when did you? I appreciate you were in the role. You weren't necessarily professionally trained product manager, but you understood it and you'd worked in it. And I'm going to venture that your engineering systems brain worked really well in that space of understanding. As an organization, was there a point where you're like, we need to bring in an actual, like, 5 years, 10 years experience, which I know in Calgary can be a challenge to get a product manager with that level of experience. I hear it all the time. Has that something you've added to the mix as part of being a founder, going, now's the time?
Now's the time to get a professional. Most times as a founder, you do everything yourself. I was customer service, I was sales, I was marketing, I was product management, I was everything. But
all
after a while, I was all the hats. Then after a while, you just start bringing people that are really skillful. Like, first thing I needed someone for operations, brought someone in for operations. Then for product and tech, we knew we needed someone, we brought in people for that. We knew we needed someone for customer success and customer service. We built, and that's the good thing about doing all of this first. you have a basic level of understanding. Then when you bring in the professionals, they can improve on your systems. Oh, this works when you have version 1.0, but where we're going, we'll need this, and this. And bringing in people that have more experience than you, they help you improve your systems, because you wouldn't know how bad the systems you placed are until you talk to a professional. Like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm running something so smooth, and the professional comes, I'm like, no, you need this. Like, someone's like, what? Like, remember this conversation? Someone asked about this. It's like, so do you guys have Jira? I was like, hey, what is Jira? It's like, so how do you guys do your project? Yeah. I was like, oh, nope, I have no clue. I just text people, write things on my note.
I love the honesty. So was there, like, as a founder, was there any part of it, and this is maybe the psychology of it, like the ego of like letting go or going, hey, you know what? I don't know these things, like, which to me is a sign of a good leader of like, shit, I just did the best thing I could at the time, but I'm happy to, but I've also heard investors or partners that sometimes get involved with startups where the owner won't let go. They want to micromanage, like no one else can do it like me. And I'm sure you've encountered that. What was your own journey around that? Maybe not an issue at all. Maybe there was some stuff in there.
So initially, it's your system, things you put in place, and you have some of these professionals coming to tell you, okay, why this is not good, this is not scalable. It works if you're doing this like this, but now that your market is getting bigger, you're getting more members, you're getting more customers, things like this don't work. So I've learned that looking at the big picture, like everyone in the company is road data, and I'm not road data. Like the staff isn't road data, executive team isn't road data. Road data is the entire company, it's everybody. So whatever would make us achieve our goals faster, like think about the bigger picture, whatever will make you achieve your goals faster. If it's your ops team telling you, okay, this is where we want to keep our customers, this is how we want to run our ticket system, and this, whatever is going to make the company better, make the customer's life easier, and improve and optimize operations, just go for it. It's like you're not a professional in this thing. Most times it's good to listen to people that have more experience than you. And if it's going to make the company achieve their goals and objectives for the year and make our customers happy, so why not? So I've gradually let go of the day-to-day, like minute tasks, operations, like gradually, and I'm taking note of like the larger picture now and looking and doing like, things that I won't say more complicated, but things that are the aim of driving the company forward.
Of course, the different role, the co-founder role, the CEO, the visionary role, like thinking that 5 years ahead versus we have to solve today's problem today, which those are all equally important. Give us a little bit, what's the size of the company? Do you identify size as this many headcount or this many customers, this many service providers? Like what are your metrics that you look at to kind of roadmap your growth?
We just use subscribers now. Now. And we probably will be looking into the thousands by the end of the year. Like thousands. Nice. Yeah.
And is this a membership-based model, or is it a by use case model? Like how membership-based?
So membership case. But with our app, even as a user, if you don't want to subscribe, you can go download the app and just put in your order. So while members get multiple roadside assistance coverages per year for free and 100 km towing distance and all the discounts, as a user, you don't get any of that. You just pay for your service as you use it.
Okay, but what a great way to for customer. What a great customer acquisition strategy. You put that membership gate up too soon, no one gets to try the fish. And see if it tastes good, right?
Yeah, no one tries to say it. So they can play with the app, see what member benefits they get. Because most times when you book your service, you see the comparison between the member price and cost and your own price as just not being a member. And you can run some quick analysis in your brain and say, okay, it's going to make more sense for me to join these people and become a member.
Yeah. Well, and what a great way to provide volume to your service providers, to provide multiple solutions to your, it's back to building that platform model. You've got it, you have to really tend to both sides. And if you get too caught up in that membership gate too soon, the whole thing doesn't, it falls under its own weight, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
When your differentiator is, reduce time to wait times by 80%, I'm assuming you're very aggressive to make sure everything that you do doesn't impact that in a negative way.
Exactly.
Just like that. Yeah. Back to Temi sitting in his car going, what the hell's going on? Talk to me a little bit about, as you've always bringing it back, as you think about the journey of the savings and the safety. Like I've got roadside assistance, you've got my back, but I might not use that for a year. Like I might not I hopefully don't break down and I don't actually need your most valuable service. Is that where really that savings and that network effect of bringing in all those other partners gives me, because it's like insurance. I don't know if it's any good until I need it. Where with Rotator, it sounds like when I do need it, it'll be good. But in the meantime, here's all these other benefits. Like I'm really thinking about that from a stickiness or a customer value perspective. If you wait for them to break down, that might not happen for 3 years.
Exactly. Like statistically speaking, you need a roadside assistance once every 3 years. So if that was
okay, it is 3 years. It is 1 in 3. Okay, right on.
1 in 3. Yeah. So, and if you create a product that only solves something once in 3 years, your downloads will be low, your churn rate will be high. Like after every download the app, the following week it's gone. So, talking to our customers and talking to people in our communities and seeing what competition is doing, realize something that based on inflation, like the inflation is crazy. It's in Canada right now. I think
everything costs too much. Everything
costs too much, right? And that's why now. So like now that the inflation is crazy, wouldn't it make sense for Canadians or Calgarians to have an avenue to save more money based on a partnership or a membership with an organization?
Nobody's saying no, Temi. Nobody's saying no.
And not only giving them the avenue to save money, but also providing local businesses with an avenue to reach more customers. So it's like both sides. You're making Rotator members happy, but you're also making local businesses happy by being able to drive traffic to their own business, to their store. Like you can become a merchant on the Rotator Perks or Discounts program, where all Rotator members see the discounts they get from your own local store. So on both sides, it's solving a major problem.
I love the community. I'm actually at the bottom. I'm on your site right now, and I've already seen two of my friends have a testimonial on your site that I didn't know. I just saw Colleen and Jade, two very good. Colleen Pound is actually who referred me to talk to you, and I'm sitting here going, oh, I know Colleen, I know Jade Albers. That's actually really funny. That's really funny. What a small world we live in, man. Right there. That's crazy.
I know. Colleen's a big fan of Rotator. She's a member. She's used us a couple of times. When I was designing the website, people were asking. That is actually who told. That's who told me to talk to you. Actually, that was the referral. That's who put you on my radar was Colleen. That's amazing. Oh, nice.
Sorry. Sidebar for my audience. I love the small town we live in. It's so small. It's crazy.
It's too small. Like Calgary's too small. When we're designing the website, it came towards that. Should we use like our real people for our testimonials or like? And I'm like, yes. Like you can go on our Google site review. There are hundreds of people telling everyone about how short the wait time with Rotator is. Let's use them, put their pictures so people know these are real people you can talk to, see and ask about Rotator. Like we're so confident about the service that we bring that we can drop names of customers. Like just go talk to this person.
I love that. You just did for me. That's actually super funny. Subscriptions mainly based in Western Canada right now. Obviously this has no limitations except for the time and the expand and it takes to build your service network in each community. Is this very Calgary, Western Canada based right now and kind of growing from there?
So it's actually nationwide, but the thing is we get majority of our calls. Like, so we have service providers as well in other cities and other provinces. But majority of our calls and majority of our customers are in Western Canada.
Okay, Western Canada. Was that something that you took on as, the things that come up on the roadmap and what we say no to and what we say yes to? We need to expand into Ontario. We need to get into Quebec. We need to get in Vancouver. What was the discipline just even for you as a founder to go, okay, let's make sure we get it right here and then expand? Or did it make sense, which is often the network effect, that the bigger we get it, the actual more valuable it would be? What was the balance kind of in that journey for you over the last 3 years?
Initially, we used Calgary as a test model. Like, if you can't get this in Calgary, there's no point expanding anywhere, because we need to know like what customers are needing, getting the messaging right, getting like our customer acquisition strategies right, and what better place to start than just Calgary? So it's
a big enough market. I know so many brands test Calgary because it's this perfect, almost little bubble that has different demographics, different psychographics, different economic balances, but it's pretty contained, right? It's a little bit of an island for testing a new brand or new idea.
Yeah, and we tell our customers something as well that if at any time, let's say in the middle of a small town and there is no coverage there, or no roadside assistance coverage, you can call our team. and let's say your app isn't picking anybody or you have no network coverage, you can call our team, or we can get a service provider, and the team figures out. Like, we have representatives on the phone as well that will figure that out.
Oh man, so you got some customer success where you literally, you can talk to a human being if you need to. Like, and a lot of us don't want to. If I can do it on the app, I will. But the second the app doesn't work and I can't get anybody to talk to, I'm pissed off. Like, that's just, we've all been there. I'm holding my phone in my hand, and sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
So if it's 7 p.m. on a Sunday night, I'm putting you on the spot here. I apologize. I don't really apologize. It's 7 o'clock on a Sunday night. I'm in middle of nowhere, wherever that might be, rural Alberta, some beautiful location that might be minus 30 last Sunday. And my car won't start. I'm at my in-laws for dinner, and there isn't a service provider in that neighborhood. What would happen? Like, what would happen if I called you guys? I'm sorry. I'm really putting you on the spot with this question.
No, that's happened before. And let's say we're in the middle of nowhere where there is no service provider. We fully refund our customers, like no questions asked. If they incur a cost to insult and find a tow truck around, they can come back with our receipts. Like, no questions asked. It's our own dedication to our customers. Like, no questions asked. Shows your receipt that you used it and you remember, and you get fully refunded. I mean, there's even a link on our website.
That's awesome. How many times does that actually happen? How many times have you had to do that?
None so far. None so far.
So the goal is 0, but if it happens, you will do it. Okay, I love it.
Yeah. So the goal is 0. There's no one that's had to like call us for help, like our members, and we're not able to help.
Yeah, it's great. I'm loving this story more and more, my friend. As I talk to you, talk to us a little bit about the funding side of things. Like, obviously, you're a guy in a car who building it out, doing transactions on your phone, writing notes down. What was the journey of bootstrapping versus getting some funding versus just even the journey of dealing with investors?
Oh, it was crazy. Like, Tyler, I'm telling you, raising in Western Canada, like Canada and Western Canada alone, it's nuts. It's different. Like, you have friends in Silicon Valley and you have friends in Ontario, and they tell you how they get checks so easy, like relatively easy. And you're here, like, okay. I've been talking to this dude for 1 year, and it's just stringing me along, and there's no money. So, luckily for me, because my professional experience was in oil and gas, so I was able to build my network, and I was able to meet network individuals, oil and gas guys that have started and sold companies, and like, when you build your network, you meet people like that. So I was trying with a couple of VCs, and you're too early for us. You will need this. It's just you on the phone talking to different people. That is not a tech startup, Temi. Yeah, just the one on the phone talking to different people. I'm like, there's potential here. Like, we just need funds to develop this. Like, this is the market, and none of the actual, I would say, like the VCs, the tech angels were fully responding. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just look into my circle first. So that's the good thing about having a good product. If someone has used the product and they see value in it, they like it. So there's this high network individuals used Roadada twice, loved it. So we were having drinks one time, and it was like, "Are you raising money?" I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah." It was like, "How much?" Tyler, I had no idea in my mind. Like, I literally had nothing, because I wasn't thinking about raising. This was just drinks, where literally, I think that was Kaylee's or Bricks and Barrel. It was just drinks. Okay. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just say the first random number that comes to my head. I was like, I'm raising $250K. And he was like, okay, just 250. I was like, I'll write you a check. I was like, excuse me. I was like, did I hear you right? He was like, I'll write you a check. Yo, Tyler, the funny thing is, I didn't tell, like, we had like barely 4 weeks of runway. I wasn't sure what to do, where the money was coming from. 4 weeks of runway. So when this dude was like, I'll write you a check, I started crying, like literally, like in Bricks and Barrel. Imagine. Yeah. The dude had no idea what he had done for me. And $250K in, I was like, okay. And it was legit. Everything was fine. And that was when I started learning about sales, because I was even thinking about all of that. Big shout out to Dentons. They helped me out with all of that and getting the fund. And finally, the following week, someone there was like, I heard about this app you're building. I want to put in money. Another $250K check. And for some funny reasons, most of the VCs and the tech angels I was talking to, they found out about me coming in, and now everyone wanted to have meetings with me. Like, I had people that had not replied my emails in a year. Oh, Temi, let's go grab coffee and Mob Squad. Oh, Temi, I heard you just got $250K check. And I'm going there, I was like, wow, this FOMO thing is real. Like, most times, when people see you have traction in your round, they want to follow in. No one wants to be the first person. Everyone wants to be first to be second, but no one wants to be first to be first.
I've always heard there's a huge lineup to be second in Alberta. That's funny you say that. Yeah, I've heard that from many founders. The lineup to be second is huge. The lineup to be first is very short, if at all.
Very, very short. So, like, yeah, most times I'm telling founders, like, most times, like, look internally first within your network, people that know you and people that trust you, get that initial check first. Then from there, you can build on that. Like, so initially, we only needed $250K, and this is me in my second week, because this was May last year. We're already at 500 grand. So, like, I was like 100% oversubscribed, and we had people calling us to still put money into it. And I can remember this conversation I had with somebody. He hadn't like shown interest in investing. Then we had coffee at Mob Squad. It's like, oh, I heard you had 250. I was like, yeah, I had another 250 again. So that's like 500 now. I was like, so how much do you need left? I was like, oh, the round is almost like 100%. It's like, it can't be completed. I need my money there. I was like, okay, you know what? I can take 50 grand from you. I was like, no, I want to do more. I'll give you 300. I was like, no, I just need 50 grand, man. Like 50 grand is okay. It's like, no, I'll give you 300.
I love, what a great story. How the changed from you're literally having drinks. You kind of have, and when was that? About a year ago, you said? Is that timeline?
Yeah. May, around May. Okay. And now telling these people no, they want to give you more. So it's like when you don't need the money, it looks like people want to give you money.
The power of the no is insane, isn't it? From a sales perspective,
insane. Like I learned something important there in that period, and I'm going to use it for a subsequent run. It's always good to raise money when you don't need it, like because some of these investors,
some might say it's the best time.
Yeah, like they can smell desperacy. They can smell it when you're there, knowing that I have just like 6 weeks of runway. They can smell it, and they just give you terrible evaluations. Yeah. So what I tell people, just raise money when you don't need it, and carry all your investors along. Like for me, I know everyone coming in our next round, so updates, all the accounts we're getting, everything, just keep them in that loop for the entire year. So when it's time for you to ask for money, they already know what's going on. They know what you're doing. They know what's coming. It's not going to be a long discussion.
Oh, which is such a. What did someone say to me? If you want money, ask for advice. If you want advice, ask for money.
Ask for money.
Kind of fits in that same kind of that same thing.
Yeah.
But I do love the power of somebody making it look okay. Somebody wrote that check and everyone else is like, oh, well, if they're in, well, then now the FOMO starts to happen. It's such investors were so emotional. Like it's so interesting.
I know. Tyler, I felt like the odd chick with everybody asking for my number.
You're at the club. Yeah, no, that's a good metaphor.
There was this investment group that reached out and they're like, we're really interested in what you're doing. So I was telling my friend about it and she was like, we just need to be on your cap table. She started pitching our investment fund to me and why we need to come in right now. We can help you with your next series. We'll give you this. I'm like, whoa, is a VC fund actually pitching to me? Like 3 months ago, this person would have replied my emails or even my calls. I was like, damn, it feels good to be the odd chicken down.
Dude, that's an awesome story, man. I'm super. I can tell why Colleen really wanted me to talk to you now. I get it. Talk to me a little bit about Dentons and how critical it was to have the right advice, because that can get really reckless really quickly, and you can give up too much, or you can make the cap table a mess. And I've heard those stories of like Canadian investors can be notoriously guilty of not setting that company up for future rounds and future success because it didn't get structured right in the first place. What was your experience? Like you mentioned, you gave a shout out to Dens, which I appreciate, that they helped you kind of get that right. Walk us through that a little bit, because I think that's a risky area when people start throwing checks at you.
I know. So like, big shout out to Dentons. They're amazing. And the thing I loved about the Dentons group is that they're experienced in this, not just in like Series D or Series C or like more later companies, but even early stage companies, they have the experience all the way to the beginning. So they had different key points, vital information I wasn't even thinking about, because I'm a first-time founder. I've never raised before. I don't even, like, prior 2 weeks before that, I didn't know what a safe was or a price round was. So the advice I got from them, the ability for them to even, like, they were the ones managing the relationship with the investors coming in. They sent the saved documents to them. So it was like, Dentons is sending you this. It's not random Temi Okesanya is sending you this. This is an actual law firm. And it increased my credibility with these investors.
Yeah.
Increased, I was like, in fact, there was one time my investors wasn't sure about how safes work. I booked a meeting at the Dentons headquarters, downtown Calgary, and I went with my investors and they were able to explain everything to this person. This is how it works. This is what you're getting into. And some of my investors were traditional oil and gas guys. They've never heard about safes. Yeah. They don't know much about the tech world and how it works. They're used to like price rounds. But with the help of Dentons, they were able to understand more, answer all the questions they had. And I really, really appreciate that. Like, it increased my credibility and I didn't have to talk a lot more.
Was that accessible to you? It sounds like dollars well spent, because I know sometimes people will be like, I don't really have the money. I'm not going to reach out to a firm at the caliber of Dentons. I'm going to hesitate. It sounds like money well spent, but it also sounds like they made it very accessible for you. It's like they know who you were as a customer, as an early stage startup. It sounds like they treated you kind of not as a multinational, because you're not.
Exactly. And that's one thing. So they had the startup package that was really affordable. And something else I forgot to add to this is that apart from the legal guidance, they have an entrepreneur in residence, an EIR, that's founded and sold companies as well.
Interesting.
So Chris Buckman, I don't know if you know him, really good, so knowledgeable. Okay.
The name is familiar, but no, I haven't met. Yeah. I love that because also I need money, but I also need mentorship. I also need advice.
Exactly. Like, he's come to our office a couple of times to just like go over strategies as well, like customer acquisition. And having an EIR with good network is key, because network is very important in this game. Like, having people to introduce you and put their reputation in line for you. It is key. So having people that can get you those connections should be something that should be on top of your list when you're looking for partners, especially legal partners as well.
Yeah, the old joke. It's like, it's not just the one relationship; it's their Rolodex and how willing they are to introduce you and open that door for you to use it. I've never owned a Rolodex, but I think we all know the reference of what it looks like because we've all watched movies. How's the Calgary? You talked about the investor ecosystem being like the cold hard winter with 72-hour response times until it wasn't. How has I've had lots of people on the show, and even from when I started this 4 or 5 years ago, the Calgary tech scene, the Calgary tech ecosystem, the Calgary tech community, has that been advantageous? Have you felt that once you started making those connections that there was a network there, or can we do better? Like, I also like to have the honest conversations about it too.
To be honest, like, based on conversations I've had with friends in Silicon Valley and like different ecosystems, I think for Calgary we're kind of united and everyone wants to help everybody. Like, literally, like, there's that thing about just wanting to help. You can talk to someone random, like you just meet at an event here, and if they know someone that can help you, you get the intro. Like,
they'll actually do it. They won't just say they're going to do it. They actually do it. That's my experience.
Yeah. So like, and that's one thing. And I talk to my friends in Vancouver and they're like, no, like most times you talk to these people, they're so snobbish. Everyone just wants to get to the top. No one wants to help anybody. And it's just like dog eat dog world out here. But in Calgary, everyone just wants to help. And I love that. And I hope we maintain this even as we grow older.
As we grow.
Yeah.
The risk of any growth is sometimes you lose the things that helped you grow in the first place. But
exactly.
I do think that I have a few, we've had so much abundance here for so long. We've had an energy sector that's successful. We've had a very powerful ag community. Now we're building a tech community, but we're building it with that same kind of maverick pioneer. But, if you're going to build a barn, I'm going to come help, because when I have to build my barn, you're going to come help me. And I think that's still part of our DNA here. I think it's still there. I do think it's one of our superpowers. And sometimes people laugh. I'm like, the big small town thing is real. And I think so far it is what allowed us, I think, to bring our tech community forward as quick as it. I know it's been in the works for a while, but the last few years, it seems like it's really leaped forward.
Yes. I think the only thing we're missing right now is just a couple of exits, and I think
a couple big stories, and then those people trickling back into with funding and experience.
Exactly. We just need a couple of exits.
Same thing. Talking to my friends in the Valley, like, oh, you're at a coffee shop, and that guy with wearing his t-shirt and jeans over there is probably worth $100 million, and he's looking for his next thing, and he's 32. And like, we're in Calgary, we're still early in that cycle, and that's just a guy or gal, could be anybody, and I think we're headed there. But you're right, it's hard to fast forward time.
Yeah, I know.
So what? A couple. I could talk to you all day. This is so fun. I love your energy and I love your honesty. So thank you for quote unquote showing up on the call. Biggest opportunities ahead and also biggest challenges. Like, what are the things you're like? I got to climb that mountain. Like, that's the next thing on my list. Kind of where I'm at on my journey as a founder and building this thing.
Okay, so we introduced our new B2B model where we offer our savings and savings platform to companies as part of their employee benefits or employee perks. So basically, if you have employees coming to work, they are protected all throughout the year. If they have any issues, to just call us. So we've had a couple of companies sign up for that for their employees. We have a big one coming up soon. There's going to be a major announcement, probably, just in Q1 as well. And
okay, perfect.
Yeah, so that is, I don't want to talk more about that, but you'll hear the news soon. And
okay, well, you share it with us, and we'll share it with our network. I love sharing. This we're not a news platform, but I still love sharing cool stories about people doing amazing things in our city. So don't hesitate. You got an open door there.
Yeah. So no.
So what you're saying is exciting things ahead, but you're not at liberty to discuss. Okay, I got
exactly.
That makes me want to know more.
And it's just our product optimization. Like, there are going to be new features coming out, like even including like our perks platform where you get like notified on discounts close to you based on like GPS technology as well. So I'm working on that and trying to make sure these features meet what our customers are working. I won't say it's a major challenge, but it's something we've been working and testing behind the scene as well. So it's still a project. It's still something that's exciting coming down the road. But the most important thing for us, Oh, sorry, I was just going to finish. The most important thing for us in terms of challenges, like managing this growth, like 2024 is going to be an explosive year of growth for us. And we've been doing things that don't scale, like talking to our customers, having those one-on-ones. And I do not want to lose that. And I feel like with the explosive growth, with the amount of members coming in, there might be changes. But the culture I still want to maintain is we still need to have these conversations with our customers. And right now, I've not figured out the framework to carry that out when we get into the thousands and tens of thousands. But it's something that I would say it's a challenge and it's coming up soon. Just maintaining this culture.
When you look at things like that, because it is like brand is the experience I have with you, and culture is the experience, the team that you create that can deliver on that experience to a certain degree. As a leader, do you just make those non-negotiables? Like, we're not going to lose connection with our customer. We're not, because those are the things. If you don't defend them, they can growth can destroy what got you there in the first place. Exactly. So for you as a leader, do you just like become like aggressive with these are non-negotiables, and no matter what, that doesn't scale. Okay, great. Then how can we scale it without losing its core value? Like, how critical is it to know where those non-negotiables are?
Yes, as a leader, you have to, like, the culture trickles down from you. It trickles down from you. Your employees are watching, people around you are watching, and the customer satisfaction has been something that has been key. I don't know if you saw my last LinkedIn post where a couple of our service providers, because it was -40, a couple of our service providers were busy, but I had to go in as a service provider to boost one of our customers' car. Like, you can check my LinkedIn post.
I didn't see that. I would have shared the heck of that. I love that.
So I literally went, and this person was so happy. I was like, yeah. So customer satisfaction and having that, we promised you a certain wait time, and we want to keep to that. And let's know the resources. Let's know what we need to do to get that. Like, even as we're growing, if it's more people, if it's scaling in technology, like, let me know. We've made a promise and we want to keep to that. Our customer experience and customer satisfaction is one of our top priorities, and everyone knows that. Everyone in the company knows that.
I was on a panel last week here in Calgary talking about product marketing. One of the gentlemen in the panel said, he goes, I asked kind of what are some of those key, like almost personality traits for a good product marketer or a good project manager? And he said, if you're not obsessed with that customer and everything that makes their life awesome based on what you promised to do, then you shouldn't be in the role. And I'm hearing that loud and clear coming out, like that obsession around the customer and what you promised. And if you don't have that, is when things drift and they all of a sudden what got you there, goes away.
Goes away, yeah.
Temi, so good to talk to you, man. I will thank my community, whoever it was that said, I think it was Colleen actually, who said I should chat with you because she goes, you guys, it's a great story and you guys would get along. So here we are. So Hey, obviously, the people, I'm going to go download your app right after this, but rotator.ca, I can go to the App Store, I can download your app. Like, what should I do next if I'm inspired after this call?
Oh, so when you go on our website, there is a join us right now. Can you see the
join us today, top right corner? Got it.
Yes, top right corner. So that is it. Because even right now, we're integrating some new features. So the app isn't currently on the App Store. We're including some new features, and we'll put everything back with the new upgrades. Yeah, with the new upgrades pretty soon. But you can join us today.
So go to the website, join us today, and it takes you, welcome to Rotator. It takes me to a register page, hit register, hit enter, and it goes through. Yeah. I'm going to do this as soon as I get off. So if the audience is curious and they've hung on to the end, they've probably already got it open on, as we all do everything with multiple screens at our hands at the same time.
No, and let me just drop something here for your listeners. So there's a code ROAD20, like ROAD 20. With that, you get 20% off on our membership plans. So this is just a gift from us to your listeners, Tyler.
Amazing. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. You know what? I would have bought it without the discount. This just makes me happier that I got one. So that's great. That's a good sign. Love having you on. That was a fantastic story. So I feel you and I like to say this often. I love, like, in a year or 6 months, we're going to talk again, because I feel you're going to have a whole new set of stories to tell me about how the company has evolved and how things have grown. So I really appreciate your time. I love what you're doing. I love that you're doing this in Calgary too. Like, these are the stories that I love, and sounds like the world is your oyster.
Thank you so much, Tyler. I really enjoyed this. This has been one of the podcast conversations I've had, and I've been laughing all through. And that's
perfect. Thanks, man.
I want to do this again, Tyler. I want to do this again.
It's today. Well, now that we've done this, I'm going to run into you just in downtown tomorrow, because that's how Calgary works, right?
Yeah.
The biggest small town ever. So anything you need, happy to help anytime. Love to tell this story, and thank you so much for coming on the show.
All right, pleasure's all mine.